Here we have a pre-owned 2019 Maybach S650. This one's black on beige leather interior. Has a little under 25,000 miles, I believe. And the powertrain consists of a 6-liter twin-turbocharged V12 engine. Made it to a 7-speed shiftable automatic transmission. And that gets us 621 horsepower and then 738 pound-feet of torque. But as we come around to the front end here, we do get our LED daytime running lights along with our multi-beam LED headlamps. Love the look there. Just a beautiful vehicle. And the front end is actually in pretty good shape for it to have that kind of mileage. But as we come around to the side here, these are going to be 20-inch aluminum wheels, which I like the kind of reflective finish it has. Now we get passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. And then we do get 3-stage heated cooled seats, memory seat function. Just hit that and then hold the button. And then power headrest, power seat back, power seat bottom. It's about as adjustable as you can get. And our power door lock controls are here, rear window lock here, and then this is for the rear windows. And then we do have one-touch automatic up and down front windows there. Power mirror controls, so we can adjust there. And then we do have power folding mirrors, and then we have blind spot monitors in those. Power boot, of course, pretty good storage. And I love that I don't see any plastic or anything. This is just all leather, wood grain. Gosh, it looks incredible. But this Burmester high-end sound system it might be the best sound system I've ever experienced in my life. It's definitely top 3. It's insane. But over here, several driving features: rear sunshade, night vision, heads-up display, lane departure, and then lane centering there. And then headlamp controls, brightness for the gauge cluster. And then we do have a power e-brake there, and then we just push that to engage, pull up to disengage. And there's the seat itself. Just incredible how nice these seats are. And this one's stickered for right at $210,000 when it came out. And then heated cooled seats for the back, same power adjustability. And we do get that power footrest. Now for me, I couldn't necessarily fit back there, but it's nice to have. I don't know if I need to scoot the seat up or whatever, but my feet were just touching the back of the seat a little bit. And whoever else was using this, you can tell they had a few feet marks there as well, but hey, it's your car, why not? Ooh. But in terms of leg space, oh, and I keep forgetting to mention these are soft closed doors, which are fantastic, but this is the most comfortable rear seat I have ever been in, period. Just incredible. I have the pillows here, and then it just shows you what I'm sitting on. I mean, it's reclined perfectly. Everything feels fantastic. It's just such a luxurious vehicle. And then we can turn this into a 3rd seat if we need to, but I never would do that. Cup holders are here, wireless charging pad here, and then you got your remotes for your screens here. So yeah, the 3rd person just had to ride with somebody else because I need all this stuff. Oh man. And then media sources there. You can have a DVD on, Bluetooth audio, HDMI port, whatever you need. And what's great is you could literally have your game system hooked up here if you have a 2-prong plug-in, because down here you got a 115 volt right in there, and then a disc drive here, and your AC controls are here. So it's quad zone automatic climate control, which is just fantastic. Then your vents are here, seat back pocket on this side as well. And I will say everything feels pretty premium, except I don't know if the kids mess these buttons up, but having a little issue here. So that should be an easy fix, just replace those, but watch what it does. We have that sky control. That is freaking nuts. So that's with the, I guess, tint off, and that's with it on. It's crazy you can just do that with a touch of a button. It's insane. The ambient lighting in here is ridiculous as well. Just everything is so fancy in here. I mean, ambient lighting everywhere. And of course I can adjust I think that button doesn't work, but it might be locked out as well. But I can adjust the rear blind too. And of course we get the blinds on the side here. But I mean, again, just everything, this whole headliner is leather. That's just insane to me. And it feels so nice. And then we have the suede sunshade there, and I'll show you that after a while. But my gosh, this is just incredible, an incredible vehicle, really. But I want to give a huge shout out to Auto Collection of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Maybach today. I'll leave a link below to it in the description below. There's the back end there, LED tail lamps, of course. So look underneath. And then with the power boot, just hit that button. And even though this is a pretty luxurious and huge interior, you still have plenty of trunk space in here, and then a netted side pocket as well. And then I think you should have a tire inflator kit down here, but it might be somewhere else, but it's not in here now. But I wish I could play some music for you all without it being copyrighted, because this sound system is ridiculous. And for a Maybach, you'd expect that, but still. I mean, I just cannot get enough of this interior. And if you do ever need to put your car seats here, you can take that off, and then your anchors are back in there. I mean, this is just, I love the sky control that you get here. It's just crazy. You can just hit a button and then just make it dark in there. And this one I think is like 125,000. But I mean, they really did not miss with any of the luxury amenities here. Lockable glove compartment, you still have your owner's manuals. Half of this stuff, I don't even know how the heck you use it. You turn that, I think, for the vents. Gosh. But again, that Burmester sound system, my goodness, it's just, it's so loud and in your face, but it's so clean. And it's really hard to get a radio like that. A lot of the times they're loud and it's too loud, it pierces your ears, but this here is just, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But there we have our twin turbocharged 6-liter V12 engine. Can't wait to test that puppy out. But let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat, and I'll try to cover all that I can in terms of the radio and the driver features. Leather wrap steering wheel here. Feels very premium. Not too plush though, and I like that, because if you have a twin turbo V12 engine, you want a driver's machine that's also luxurious, and they did a great job with the steering wheel feel here. Now to the radio, this isn't a touchscreen, but all of your buttons and knobs for that are going to be right here, so I'm just going to adjust all of that through here. But there's a navigation system there. I can go over there, enter a destination, and then I feel like this is getting a little tedious, but the knob is so easy to use that honestly I like it better than trying to use a touchscreen. Because like if I were to try and touch that, I'd fat finger it or whatever, but then you can just scroll down or scroll back up to Walmart there. And then it pulls up close destinations. So I like that. And again, the system, once you get used to it, having to use these buttons and knobs is actually not as cumbersome as you'd expect. But we do get our AM, FM, XM radio. Let me go to radio there so I can hear that, or I can see that. So there's so much going on with these radios. You can obviously see I'm getting kind of lost, but there's AM, FM, XM, and then again, the Bluetooth audio controls. You have to go to media there. Then you have USB, and you can go through all of that. And then you have the CD drive too. But Yeah, there's a lot going on with here. And then you have your contacts set up. You can go through your phone, connect a new device. Pretty easy to walk through. And then of course we get the massage seat, so you can adjust that. Several different options there. You can do the dynamic seat if you want to. And then you can control your lumbar support right there. Which is wild, because I don't even know what the heck I'm doing right here. But very impressive with how you can adjust that. And then dynamic select here, you can control your individual configuration for your drive mode. And then your driver assistance, all that's in here. And you can control the active brake assist, blind spot monitor, lane change assist, etc. But I could be in here all day. So again, there's the radio, nav, media, phone. And you just have to hit the back button here to get back to that original page. Or you can hit the home button there, and that's how you get to this view here. But system settings are all in here. Language, you can change that here. I don't even know half of these, so if you speak whatever language, it's probably in there. And then your units are in here. You can change those from miles to kilometers. And you can further personalize, back of the system. Stuff's insane. But that's Mercedes for you. And then you can adjust your ambient lights, spotlights, all of that in here. And the ambient light, you can go in there and actually change your colors and do all that. And adjust the brightness like 100 different ways. It's just insane what goes on in this car. But there's a backup camera there. Guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. And there's our front camera there. Love having the 360 view. And then I can actually scroll through the views here while I'm in this mode. It's a wide angle front. Oh my gosh, this is insane. Just incredible what all you can do here. Now for your AC controls, you can adjust that down here, and you can see the actual settings at the bottom of the screen there. So temperature, I can adjust that, and it kind of lights up to show you. And then fan speed can be adjusted there. Fan direction can be adjusted as well. You pull that menu up, and then you can sync, and then toggle the driver air distribution and the passenger air distribution. It's freaking nuts, man. The AC toggles there. You have different fan speeds for the dual zone climate controls, but you also have different auto modes as well. So I can just have it set to auto on the left side, not auto on the right side. You can get lost in this thing, you really can. But love having the clock there, that's still working great. And then ashtray there. And I love this, how it says Maybach across there. Now, again, that's for the massage seat, or just the seat function in general. Navigation, radio, hazards are here, media, telephone, and then your vehicle settings. All that's there. And then you can always hit that home button to get back to that view. Well, this view, excuse me. And then your auto stop toggles here, which is crazy to have that in a V12. But then your drive modes are here. So you have a curve drive mode, comfort, sport, and individual. And that curve mode is basically so you don't feel the curves. So I'm gonna try that out. And then you can go ahead and raise your suspension there. And then we have that quick toggle for the park view. And then this is, you can use either the knob or this is kind of a mouse. You can see as I scroll through there. I don't like that as much. I'd rather use a scroll bar. It's just easier to use and it's faster. But then you have your shortcuts for the home button and then going through, back button, all that. But you can power the system off here. And then volume controls here, you click that for mute. And then parking sensors are off here. And then you have another wireless charging pad to go with the back one here with an SD card reader, 2 USB-A ports. And then this is how you can actually control that sky control there. And then you can actually just close the roof as well. And then your reading lights here. Turn all the lights on there. SOS, all that here. And then you can slide or tilt this roof back. So one touch slide and it goes back pretty far. So that's pretty nice. I think that's garage door transmitter there. You just admire that back seat from up here. It's just so luxurious, this interior is. It's insane. Heads-up display is there. And then you can turn that on and off with the touch of a button. And then to the steering wheel, adaptive cruise, set that there. The gap adjust for that can be adjusted here, the actual speed, and then we can cancel, resume that. And there's our home button there. And we can actually use this little fingerprint sensor looking thing to scroll through that gauge cluster. And then we can go through, once we go in an option, we can use it again. So I'll go in a nav here and I can scroll through. And then for the right side, you have all of that here. And then this is actually for the screen itself. So that'll take you to the home page. You can scroll through there, back button. Then you have voice recognition, favorites, volume, mute there. And your Bluetooth buttons are here. And then paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, blinkers, and then front wiper fluid there. When you click that, and then all of your intermittent and low, high for your wipers, and then high beams when the lights are on, and then you can flash them there. And then for your shifter, pull down for drive, tap up for neutral, pull all the way up for reverse, press P for park. And I'm sure I'm missing something. There's just so much on this vehicle, but I apologize. If you have any questions, leave one in the description. I'll try to answer it. Or leave one in the comments, excuse me. And there's our push button start. Finally, here's the key fob. But now that that extensive walkthrough is over, let's go ahead and take this bad boy out on the road for a quick test drive. So starting the test drive in this S650, I looked up the curve mode just to be sure what it does, and apparently the website said that it limits the feeling of lateral acceleration for the rear passengers. So I have no idea what in the world that really means for me driving this vehicle, but I can just say I'm pretty comfortable in this curve mode, but I'm gonna go ahead and adjust it to the comfort mode. And I'm pretty sure every drive mode in this thing is gonna be comfortable, but when I put it into the comfort mode, it does lower the suspension. But I mean, it's a very, very nice ride, even on this road that's under construction. It's crazy because I'm on 20-inch wheels. Again, the suspension has been lowered and it still feels incredible. And just having to slam on the brakes there, this is insane. It's my gosh, it's a luxury machine. That's all you can say. It rides like a Mercedes S-Class should, and then some. I mean, this ride is ridiculous because this stretch of road literally, it gives me a headache every time I drive down it because it's just that torn up. And even hitting that super hard bump there, I heard it more than I felt it. Just such an impressive suspension system here. But now that we've gone through that, obviously it rides extremely well as it should, and for a 210 grand sticker. But let's see how it drives with a twin turbo V12. Let's put in a sport mode here. And foot down. Wow. Really, the only thing that let me know how fast I was going was the speedometer. Because I don't feel like I'm going fast at all. I mean, such an impressive ride, my gosh. So we have the adaptive cruise on now, lane centering. So while you're being chauffeured around the back, your chauffeur's just sitting here chilling, going through your emails, I don't know. But, oh man. Now, the sound acoustics in here are fantastic, of course. It's a Maybach. Road noise is minimal. And the ride is super plush. But I think the most interesting thing about all of that is, again, you're in a twin turbo V12 car. And even under hard acceleration, you don't feel like you're being thrown all over the place. It's just a super luxurious feel all the way around. It's actually relaxing to drive this vehicle. And I don't even have the massage on right now. I'm about to turn that back on. Now, I did misspeak a little earlier. This just has a little over 27,000 miles. I said 25, I just remembered that. So, my bad for that. But driving this, for how much you can get this for, I would highly recommend just doing this as opposed to getting a new one, because just how Mercedes tend to depreciate, buying this for 120, 125 with this kind of miles, I'd rather do that than paying 210 or a little bit over to get one new. Especially because you've kind of seen already what needs to be fixed on here. If you get one like a 20 or 21, I don't even know what Mercedes warranty is. They're bumper to bumper. It might cover a lot of the stuff that's, well, the one or two things that have gone bad in here. And even if you call and threaten to complain or leave a bad review for a $210,000 car, they might just be like, all right, bring it in, we'll fix it. And the company will cover it. But honestly, those few things just, it's still a great car. The ride is fantastic. The power is fantastic. And when you mix both of those together, whether you're driving or riding, you're gonna have a great experience. And in terms of just driving this thing hard, you're getting 738 pound-feet of torque, 621 horsepower. It doesn't feel all that fast, but it's just cool to be able to pretty much smoke the vast majority of vehicles off the line in this thing, and you can barely feel it. But I mean, you have your paddle shifters if you want to use those. If you just want to drive in drive mode and have a nice rewarding ride, you can do that. And again, I haven't even noticed, I'm in sport mode still, so even in the sport mode, just an incredible ride here. But if you can afford one of these for $125, I highly recommend it if you're looking for a luxury vehicle where you can recline, have rear entertainment, a magic sky roof, all of that. But this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2019 Maybach S650.